What's up, traders? Gates Adams here with the Forged Trader, where successful traders aren't born, they are forged. And sharing day 7 of my total transparency and showing you guys how my days end up every single day. This one went a little better. In fact, it was really an interesting day. I kind of was riddled with technical difficulties all day. To start things off, I wasn't able to activate my PAs first thing from my evaluations that I passed yesterday, which kind of bummed me out because I wanted to be trading 20 accounts for the first time ever in my life. I should say 20 PAs, right? For the first time ever in my life. So super excited about that. And I guess there was an issue with one of the data providers or something like that, and it took them a little bit to get that fixed and addressed so that I could activate them. So I started trading my 15 and ended up taking a losing trade. And then I got the other ones activated. I ended up in another trade. I got in the trade late with the new accounts, and ended up, for whatever reason, taking a little bit of a bigger position size. I can't tell you that there was any sort of reasonable logic behind that, other than I really wanted to be trading at 20, right? So ended up, second trade worked out, but along the way, it was a long friggin' trade. I was in this thing for, I don't know, I can't even tell you how long. It was a long time. And my internet went out like multiple times while I was in the trade, so I'm kind of freaking out. And I'm pulling up wealth charts on my phone, which I can actually get the data and see the charts, but I haven't quite figured out how to actually execute trades. And if I execute trades, would they actually be executed on the trade copier? Because that's part of the deal is the trade copier has to be active on the same window that the trading platform is on, that your charts are on. So like I've got multiple windows with both charts information up on them, so I can see kind of what my accounts are all doing and everything like that. So just not knowing what was going on with the phone and if it would execute properly, and when I say properly, in terms of utilizing the copier, I didn't have time to sit there and dig through information on the app on the phone to see if there was a way to set up the copier. Anyway, so I didn't go through all of that. So all I'm doing is actually watching, hoping I don't have anything triggered that needs management, and while my internet is down. And this happened to me like 3 times. I mean, it was really hard for me to stay in the trade under those circumstances. I'm glad I did. Ultimately, everything worked out well. End of the day, finished up 6,900, almost 7 grand, 6,973. I also just realized that, I've got my daily PnL here at the bottom. It wasn't necessarily accurate previously because I had evaluations and PAs, and I really only want to track the numbers from the PAs. But now that I've got my 20, there's no more evaluations in the mix, and it was just kind of the full, the full shebang right there. So there's my 6,973. Also shows that my accounts as a whole, so all of my 20 accounts, PnL across the board, 18,854, so up almost 20 grand. None of them are at payout threshold. I've traded more than the 8 days on the first 5, but with a couple of rough days, they're still, I don't know, $150 away from that payout threshold. So I'll just kind of keep trading them and doing what I'm doing, trying to get them, as well as all the rest, up over threshold. I've got 10 now that are in the $700 range, and then 5 of them are sitting at down about 100, and call it somewhere between 118 and 163. So just barely in the red on those, but overall across the 20, up about 18 grand. And that's not just including last week, as I talked about on one of the previous ones. That also includes the first 2 days of trading on those first 2 accounts, which I think for the 5 accounts were up about 6 grand-ish, right? So up about 6 grand, 10 grand last week or so, and so far I'm up a little over 2,000 for this week, all in. So that's where I stand today. I'm hoping tomorrow is a little less chaotic, maybe. We've got CPI tomorrow, so I'm not really sure how that's going to affect everything with trading. For me tomorrow, we'll just kind of have to see what the charts provide for us, but try to keep in there and stick to that commitment to only taking 2 trades a day. So we'll be back at it tomorrow with another update. I'd like to finish up this week again over 10 grand. Would be nice. I've got 3 days left, so there's really no reason not to, especially with 20 accounts. If we end up any given day, even if I'm up, call it 200 bucks per account, that's still a $4,000 day. So I'm starting to really feel, I always knew, but I'm really starting to feel the value of having 20 PAs. It's kind of crazy. The flip side, of course, is that the down days are also multiplied by 20. So you've got to maintain that edge, got to keep things on the regular progression and not go too haywire and end up losing accounts needlessly. So I'm really working hard on that, trying to get to threshold on all of these, which would be cool, because once these are all over threshold, then when I say I had a $6,000, $7,000 day, that's real extractable money. And again, of course, assuming I don't lose it, but that's always with trading. So anyway, that's where I am today. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all. I love you all. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. See you guys back here tomorrow.